Class 9th Geography, Chapter Rotation and Revolution. This is the second part of this chapter. Let's begin with this chapter. Revolution. The motion of the Earth along its elliptical orbit around the Sun in approximately 365 1/4 days is termed as revolution. Period of revolution. The period of revolution or year is the time required for the Earth to complete one circle around the Sun. Every 4 years, the extra 1/4 day difference between the tropical year and the calendar year of 365 is taken as whole day. By adding a day in February every 4th year or to a multiple of 4 years, we are able to account for the 1/4th year and correct the calendar with respect to the tropical year. This is called a leap year. Perihelion and aphelion. Perihelion. The mean distance between the Earth and the Sun is about 150 million kilometers. The Earth is said to be in perihelion from the Greek word peri means around or near and helion means the Sun. On January 3rd, when distance is least or about 147 million kilometers. Aphelion. On July 4th, the Earth is at its farthest point from the Sun and is said to be in aphelion from the Greek word ap, away, from helion, the Sun, at a distance of 152 million kilometers. These differences in distance do cause some difference in the amount of Sun's energy received by the Earth. Speed of revolution. The mean velocity of the speed of the Earth is 1,07,000 km per hour or 30 km per second, but varies according to the path of the orbit occupied. The velocity is greatest at perihelion and least at aphelion. Effects of the inclination of the axis. The inclination of the axis has important consequences. Because of its tilted position, each pole is inclined alternatively towards the Sun twice a year. When it is summer in northern hemisphere, it is inclined towards the Sun and the south pole is away. Hence, southern hemisphere experiences winter. Similarly, during winter, the north pole is away from the Sun and south pole is inclined towards it. Hence, it is summer in the southern hemisphere. If axis was perpendicular to the place of ecliptic, every place on the Earth's surface would have had 12 hours of day and 12 hours of night, and there would have been no seasons. Revolution of the Earth and seasonal changes. The Earth completes one revolution on its elliptical orbit in 365 1/4 days because of the inclination of the axis and the fact that its north pole is always directed to the pole star. The Earth experiences variation in temperature and in the length of day and night, which affects the main season throughout the year. Effects of revolution. Changing altitude of the midday sun at different times of the year. Varying length of day and night. Seasonal changes and their effects on temperature. Summer solstice. The word solstice in Latin means sun standing still or reaching the zenith or the highest point. As on June 21st, North Pole is inclined towards the Sun. Hence, the Tropic of Cancer receives the direct rays of the Sun and Northern Hemisphere experiences summer season. Special features of summer solstice. The duration of day is longer than night. Daylight lasts for the entire 24 hours beyond the Arctic Circle towards the North Pole. This is evident as the entire polar area north of the Arctic Circle lies within the illuminated area by the Sun. The length of the day increases with increasing latitude north of the equator. Winter solstice. The conditions at winter solstice on December 22nd are exactly reverse of summer solstice conditions. At this time, south pole of the axis is inclined directly towards the Sun and the southern hemisphere enjoys the same conditions of increased sunshine and south pole will have continuous daylight for 6 months. Special features of winter solstice. The sun shines directly overhead Tropic of Capricorn, hence the length of day increases as one goes towards the South Pole. Day is longer in southern hemisphere than night. Equinoxes. On March 21st and September 23rd, vernal or spring and autumnal equinoxes, the relation of Earth to Sun's rays is identical. All places on Earth have 12 hours of day and 12 hours of night, as circle of illumination passes through the poles and thus divides the Earth into equal halves. Hence, day and night are of equal length, 12 hours each at all latitudes. This explains the word equinox from the Latin aquus, equal, and nox, night. Here ends this chapter.